Hey guys, We'll Fix It team here. A little bit of help for all those people out there working on weird stuff. Something that you might want to know about when it comes to General Motors vehicles and a lot of other these new cars have a They have a heated thermostat, and when you replace these things, sometimes they're a little wonky to get to bleed out and do what they need to do. So if you have a decent scan tool, I'm running a Altel Maxi Scan 900, and that really helps me because I can actually command the thermostat to open up, which makes things really nice. It helps to purge the air pocket and get things kind of flowing. And let me show you real quickly on my screen here. I flip the camera around. All right, so right now the thermostat's not really being commanded. It's sitting right at 0.4%. But as the engine temperature increases, we should see that number come up. And you can see the radiator. It's got a temperature sensor in the radiator, so you can see that. So let me, while I drive down the road and try to do two things at once here. We're gonna get into the throttle a little bit, get this thing to heat up a little bit. At some point, we should see that thing start to creep open a little bit there. This is what you want to look for. Yep, now you see the number come up, engine thermostat command, or percentage right there. It's coming up, it's opening, and you won't notice the radiator temperature change a whole lot. It's really cold out today. You know, if it was 90 degrees, 80 degrees, you'd not see a little different temperature on that radiator. But being that it's you know, we're in North Carolina where I'm from, we call this cold weather. It's in the upper 30s right now. However, so when I first put this thing together, I needed this thing to purge a little bit. I needed to roll, and I kept having a fluctuation on my temperature gauge. When I would watch the temperature gauge, it would want to go up and down, up and down. I said, all right. So what I ended up doing was I went to the selection of this scan tool right here, and then I would hit increase. And what I would do is manually open that thermostat up and got it circulating where I could feel heat coming off of the fan in front of the radiator. Once I did that and let it run for a little bit, and then I went back to the factory setting, drove it. Now I'm actually getting a consistent temperature on my temperature gauge, and it's rolling along with it, which means you do it yourself, people out there. It's not as easy as it used to be, because if you replace this thermostat or deal with the cooling system on this vehicle, you're going to have weird issues like that. So I hope this video helps you, all the DIY guys out there. It sucks that cars are moving in this direction for people that like to, you know, they're pretty handy around the house. The Maxi Scan tool at the time that I bought it, which was almost a year ago now, was right at $600, I think it was. I don't think you need one that extravagant to be able to do this if you do a little bit of research on what's available online. But for me, it seemed pretty reasonably priced. But that's just where we're at now with newer cars. Just something as simple as servicing a cooling system and you know, changing a thermostat or a water pump where, you know, you've got to purge the air out of this thing. You know, I vacuum filled it, did all that stuff like you normally do, but still I could never get the thermostat to act right until I actually went in there manually and opened it up, got it to do what it needed to do. And now we're in a success rate. We can call that a success. And the Chevy Cruises and the little Cobalts, all those little things, those 1.4 Ecotech motors, they have that little sensor on the front. That's not a sensor on the thermostat. That's a heater. It's a heater for it. And so you can, that's sort of the territory you're going to get into. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day. I'm out.